The sprinkler is the second position on the Jersey Mike's prep line. They are responsible for doing it Mike's way, adding onions, lettuce, tomatoes, vinegar, oil, and spices to our cold subs. This job requires exceptional product knowledge and a wide range of skills, including communication, coordination, speed, the ability to multitask customer service skills, and patience. Ultimately, the sprinkler is largely responsible for the great taste of our subs. Ample training and practice are necessary to become an efficient, effective sprinkler. No matter what size, pick up the sub with both hands. Do not push the sub down the board. Move the sub to the end of the sprinkler board, placing it closest to the wrapper while keeping it low to the counter. Grab the onions with your right hand and place on top of the sub closest to the customer. Using your left hand, separate the onions by pulling them along the sub toward you. Be sure to equally distribute the onions and cover both ends of the sub. Using your fingertips, take the lettuce with your right hand and place onto the sub starting at the closest end to the customer. Use your left hand as a guide to help place and position the lettuce on the sub. Pyramid the lettuce with both hands, making sure it is evenly distributed and level, covering both ends of the sub. Scoop the board for any loose lettuce and place it back onto the sub. To approximate the amount of lettuce, use a 4-inch soufflé cup to measure the quantity for each sub. A giant sub gets 5 cups of lettuce, a regular gets 3, and a mini gets 2. For tomatoes, start with the sub closest to the wrapper and distribute like playing cards, pushing each slice with your thumb. Make sure the tomatoes are level and cover both ends of the sub, especially the one closest to you. Grab the neck of the vinegar bottle with your left hand. Do not grab like this. Always grab like this, transferring the bottle to the palm of your right hand. Turn upside down at the end closest to the customer and start sprinkling toward yourself. Use a consistent up and down motion as you sprinkle juice on the sub, keeping the bottle close but not too high. You are looking to get into a cadence where there is a constant flow of juice coming out of the bottle with limited air gaps. You want a swishing sound, not a choppy sound. Return juice bottles to their proper position by handing the bottle from right to left. Repeat this with the oil bottle using proper technique as described. A giant sub gets 2 ounces each of red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. A regular gets 1 ounce each, and a mini gets half an ounce each. When sprinkling the juice, it is crucial that you make eye contact and interact with customers, as they frequently will assume that you are putting too much juice on their sub. This is not the case. We put just the right amount. Reach for the oregano shaker with your left hand and transfer the shaker to your right. Hold the oregano shaker horizontally and start sprinkling the end of the sub closest to the customer and the side closest to the wrapper. Loosely shake the oregano using your wrist and evenly distribute approximately 2 rows of oregano for all subs. Reach for a salt shaker with your left hand and transfer to your right, checking that all but 6 to 8 holes are covered. Hold the salt shaker horizontally and start sprinkling the end of the sub closest to the customer. Loosely shake using your wrist and evenly distribute 1 row of salt, except roast beef, which gets 2 rows of salt. Scoop the board once more for loose lettuce and place on top of the tomatoes. Place any excess or soggy lettuce in the waste bin. Gently place lid on the sub in the same position from which it was cut. Take hold of both ends of the sub and, keeping it low to the counter, transfer to the end of the sprinkling board closest to the wrapper. The sprinkler should never ask the customer if they want extra toppings like peppers, pickles, or mayo. These extras are by request only. When a customer does request extras, they should be placed on top of the tomatoes while mayonnaise is spread on the inside of the lid. Giants get a total of 8 to 10 peppers and/or pickles. Regulars get 4 to 5 and minis get 3 to 4. If the customer wants a combination of extras, the total amounts would stay the same. With mayonnaise and sauces, be more liberal as customers can scrape off what they do not want, whereas they cannot add.